moments hardly seem forgotten. Colored in pastures of chance dancing, leaves cast spells of challenge. Amused but real in thought, we fled from the sea. Oh, dawn of thought transferred to moments of days under searching of revealing corridors of time, provoking memories, disjointed but with purpose. Craving penetrations of the links to the self-instructors, sharp and tender love, as we took to the air a picture of despair. Dawn of our power, we easily descending as fast as misused expression, as only to teach the best to reveal passion, chasing late into corners, and we dance from the ocean. Tunes of a different age, as the links stand our endless caresses for the freedom of life everlasting.
Did that have any ill effect on the group, the sort of lack of critical acclaim when it came out?
Again, because we'd started off on this thing, this idea that we were going to carry on whatever came in front of us, we were going to attempt. It made us more resolute to stay where we were. Why try to be what the critics want you to be, or what possibly a lot of people would have liked us to have been. But what we were was what we were, and we couldn't back down from it and say, oh, we're sorry we did this, or, you know. And it was a great experience, and that is coming out in the present time. But it was a very exciting experience to go through making a piece of music.
One thing always amazed me about Yes, the sort of really business-like attitude the group takes toward not only the music, just everything, just efficiency.
That's important.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It's so important.
And it shows. And what kind of, isn't it difficult to administrate? Who is in charge of coordinating the whole? Yes, from...
Well, we all are, really.
It's really a group effort.
Yeah, and not just the group. It's the group of people around the group, and the group of people. Yeah, the road crew have been with us for a long time, so they know us and we know them, and we have a very, very strong feeling about the whole situation. And without one, we can't have the other. Without the band, there won't be a road crew. Without a road crew, there won't be the band.
Right.
You know, it's that strong where we rely on their judgment at certain times. We rely on management, obviously, and close reaction from people close around us.
When Wakeman left, you were going to hire or work with Vangelis. What was it?
I mentioned that at the time there was this guy called Vangelis whose records I'd listened to, and he
very
had
bizarre.
something that really hit me very strongly, and has done ever since. So we worked out together, and basically because we were we have a strict working relationship that we enjoy, and he was a very loose character. He was possibly the opposite end of the stick to the band. That's possibly why it didn't come about, that we didn't work together. But we enjoyed the idea of working together, we enjoyed playing together, But to make things in perspective, we realised together that it wasn't going to happen. At the time we were rehearsing Relayer. We had a few ideas coming up on Relayer as an album project, and we would wait until the man came along who was obviously part of the band, who saw himself as part of the band, and that was Patrick.
The Relayer album is interesting. Gates of Delirium is War and Peace.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, it was the initial thing again, because having attempted a kind of war theme earlier on in the development of the band, it seemed, with the advent of the possibilities of using electronic sounds and various other things that we developed through topographic, that we had to get into some kind of exploration, still more exploring to do in that field of trying to create a picture, a kind of canvas in a way. So Gates of Delirium became the focal point for a picture.
Album that you didn't use at Vision, right? Was it recorded in Chris's basement or something?
Yeah, this was recorded at Chris's studio. He's got a studio. And this was a fine kind of arrangement because we didn't have to worry too much about time, the time factor of studios, where you don't want to overstay your welcome in a studio, because a studio has a certain vibrance. And if it's your own, you feel a lot more relaxed and a lot more encompassed by your own energies.
Right.
And when we were doing topographic, we had a lot of problems with the first 24 track that was installed in Morgan, and we had a lot of problems. Yeah, we had a lot of problems with the 24 track machine. Periodically, every week, there was something going wrong, which slightly put us out of motion. But yeah, accepted after a while, and by the time we got to Chris's equipment, it was working fantastically well. And the band was again rejuvenated to finish the album, do the album. We found the missing link to keep Yes on the move. Sound Chaser came out as the strong kind of line of music that was happening around that time, that we were chasing a lot of things, a lot of ideas, and Sound Chaser as a piece of music became that kind of explanation of our situation. We'd still tried to do it, we'd still done the pictorial kind of thing with Gates of Delirium, and then we did the gentle kind of to be over affirmation of a lot of things, how we felt about a lot of things, and still being able to construct. And Sound Chaser was a kick in a slightly different direction.
Is Eddie still working with the band? I'd heard.
Not
rumors
anymore,
that-
no.
What happened there?
Well, Eddie helped us immensely along the way. He started wanting to work with other people, obviously feeling that he had a little more to offer other people as well as Yes. And in a sense it was an amicable agreement that we would part company. We never stated how long for. We just said, okay, well, you go off and do what you feel you want to do.
It is no lie, it is deeply future. Imagine everywhere you're close and where you dare to stand so cautiously at first and then so high. As he spoke, my spirit climbed into the sky. I bid it to return to hear your wondrous stories. Return to hear your wondrous stories. Return to hear your wondrous stories. La la la, la la la.
Now, one thing I liked about the live presentation is it's so surreal. It's just like
Yeah,
especially whereas
yeah.
the other night.
Theatre is kind of the want to put on theatre as well, a good visual along with the music. It just enhances the evening rather than. It's not trying to cover up anything. It's not trying to say, well, we'll have the big show because the music isn't really getting over, or vice versa. It's a complete theatre idea that I've always felt was going to happen anyway
Right.
with the band.
Well, it just enhances the whole thing. Where I was sitting the other night, it was just like, there's Yes, and the music is great, but the visual is
Yeah,
great.
hopefully they complement each other. There's kind of there's something always to see, and there's always something to hear at the same time. And if it's done well, then you're getting it together. You know, we hope we do it well. We try to do it with as much taste as possible, and it helps because it won't be seen again.
Right.
And it's been seen for the last 3 years we've been on tour. It's been a different staging, and it's just imagery that won't be seen again, and it's worthwhile if you can. It costs a lot of money to do it, but that's what the heck.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter so much as long as we can keep going, that we can put on these kind of shows that do leave some kind of statement and image in the mind of the people that see us and hear the band.
Well, listen, I appreciate it. I guess, that would be about all I have right now.
Pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. How about a little
Fantastic.
closing? Let's
A
hope-
quick blast
Yes.
from the past.
You've been listening to Yes Music, an evening with John Anderson, interviewed by national radio consultant Lee Abrams. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Sonny Fox. Thanks for joining us.